Hello everyone, welcome to vlog 8. This will be called The Restart. We'll go over the scripture tracker, wellness tracker, as well as an exploration activity towards the end of this video. So let's jump into it. Vlog 8, week 8, we are in Genesis. Now we're going through chapters 43 through 49. Chapter 43, there's 34 verses. Joseph's brothers returned to Egypt. Key verse 23, your God put treasure in your sacks. God is gracious. This is a reference to when Joseph gave his brothers money back when they were purchasing grain from Egypt. Moving on to chapter 44, there's 34 verses. Subheading, Joseph tests his brothers. Key verse 2, put my cup in the sack. So Joseph used the cup to test his brother, specifically put it in his closest brother, Benjamin. And in other words, the truth will set you free. They went through the process of how the cup got there and how guilt may have played a role into where Joseph ended up. Moving on to chapter 45, 28 verses, subheading, Joseph provides for his brothers and family. Let's see, key verse 5, God sent me. God can use bad for good. So similar to the previous note of the truth will set you free and the guilt, in previous chapters, it discussed how Joseph's brothers sold him to slavery and lied to their dad, Jacob, how he was dead, but we'll keep going on to the chapters moving forward and how it all came to the truth and how it became a very exciting story. So moving on to chapter 46, there's 34 verses, 2 subheadings. Joseph brings his family to Egypt, as well as Jacob and Joseph reunited. Key verse 2, God spoke to Israel in visions. Really speaks to how God is alive and in constant communication with us. Moving on to chapter 47, 31 verses, another 2 subheadings. Jacob's family settles in Goshen, as well as Joseph and the famine. Key verse 20, Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. Really goes to show how God blessed Joseph with the ability to negotiate. People were having tough times, and he was able to find a way to get some resources to Pharaoh. And shows people have talents even in today. People have specific occupations that suit them best. Moving on to chapter 48, 22 verses. Jacob blesses Ephraim and Manasseh. Key verse 19, his younger brother shall be greater than he. Age is only one of many factors. This is a reference to how Jacob blesses his son Joseph's sons in a different order than tradition. In other words, the youngest was blessed before the oldest. Moving on to chapter 49, 33 verses, 2 subheadings. Jacob blesses his sons, Jacob's death and burial. Key verse 25, the God of your father will help you. God will help us through guidance in Jesus nowadays. There's so much information. I encourage you to read all the details and really hear how this plays a role into today. I wish I could speak more. Well, I could speak more. Let me know in the comments down below if you want a separate video like that. Just want to give you the golden nuggets I found while I was reading through those 7 chapters. Almost approaching the end of Genesis. Very exciting. All right, moving on to this wellness tracker. I'll go through this pretty quickly. Very consistent in improvement, so very grateful. Praise to God. It's been complicated managing all 8 categories, but it's been very beneficial, and I hope it's been beneficial for you, certain pointers in the right direction. For mental wellness, I've been waking up later to sleep more. I know sleep's been a really huge thing for mental wellness, and it definitely has been refreshing. I like to get to work early, but I could also work a little bit later. Thankfully, my work is flexible in that sense. So I'm able to sleep in a little bit to, or not necessarily sleep in, but change my sleep schedule to be a little bit later, which I'll talk about why a little later. For physical wellness, I have been eating more eggs, lean ground meats, and spinach to really get effective calories, I would say. Belvita, nuts, and soy milk have been a little bit ineffective, I would say. For spiritual wellness, I've been in a cloud of confusion, but now I've been really doing my best to pray, meditate, and will continue doing my best to update that scripture tracker online for you all to see and reference all the keynotes aside from key verses. For environmental wellness, I've been cleaning right after cooking more often, not every time, but I've been trying to do that. I've also been meal prepping, which has helped. For emotional wellness, I have been sleeping more, kind of taken from mental wellness, but it's helped, I would say, regulate my hormones so I'm not up and down throughout the day, or I'm not extremely sleepy right after lunch. For occupational wellness, I've been reaching out to coworkers more for training. Projects have been bringing up new information that needed some help on. So don't be afraid to ask for help, even if you may feel incompetent. It's better than not getting your job done. All right, for financial wellness, I've tracked recreational spending a bit more. It's been keeping me more honest with myself. So moving on to social wellness, I've been weightlifting with some friends and been getting into some toy guns with the kiddos. Nerf guns and little noisemakers have been keeping them pretty occupied. All right, after talking about the scripture tracker as well as the wellness tracker, get into an exploration activity. This one will be a day in the life. I know recently it's been a lot about food. It's been about activities that we've done. My goal is to provide, again, some more stimulating content. I've been pushing these videos off to the side, and from the title, I want to restart and really put more effort into these videos. So usually wake up around 6. Used to wake up around 6. Now I've been waking up at 7, a little bit later, which again, I'll talk about why. Cook, then eat by 7:30. On weekdays, I work from 8 until noon, then take a lunch for about an hour at noon. During weekends, I spend time with family and or friends around that time, doing miscellaneous things. Then have lunch again around the same time. After lunch, around 1 till 5, I finish up work, or on days off, or say the weekends, spend time with the family or friends. At 5, cook with the family, then do our best to eat by 5:30. So after dinner around 6:30, play with the kids until they go to bed around 7. From 7:30 until 10, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, I've been working out a bit late, but the days I don't work out, I usually play video games or check out TV, mostly YouTube, or a movie, whether it's a Marvel movie or something that I have on my seemingly never-ending movie list. So that would be on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The goal is to exercise on Fridays and Sundays to really boost my fitness. Now, when I get home around 10:30 or around 10:30, I've been showering, and then I eat. Even on the days I don't work out, I still eat to get the calories in to recover. And recently I've been going to bed at midnight. So before, since I was going to bed at midnight and waking up at 6, it was not enough sleep. So since I pushed that back to 7, I've been doing a lot better, getting bare minimum of 6 hours of sleep rather than 5 and being drowsy throughout the day. So caffeine does help when I work out. I guess I'll talk about something random too before in the video. We'll have to get a wisdom tooth extracted, so I'll loop y'all in about how that goes. But I hope you enjoyed the content. I definitely enjoyed making it. I encourage you to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of. Again, a little bit out of breath, but I plan on restarting and putting more effort into these videos. I love you all. I appreciate the views. And again, hope you're all doing well. Love you all. God bless.